And they say April showers bring May flowers, but have you planted your garden yet? I'm Keri Gavin live at Ted's Garden. If not, I'll show you how coming up. Well, the days are getting longer and warmer. Perfect weather for planting this Mother's Day weekend. News Channel 8's Keri Gavin live and coming at Ted's Gardens with some cool ideas on how to send some warm thoughts moms away. Right, Keri?
That's right. Happy early Mother's Day to you, Amanda. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. But we're here at Ted's Garden trying to figure out what you get Mom for Mother's Day. Great idea. Flowers, plants, hanging baskets, anything that you see here in this beautiful, beautiful greenhouse. And I'm here with Ryan Bates of Ted's Garden. And Ryan, I know this is an extremely busy time of year for you, but what are things that people can get their mom? I see you have some things here for us to talk about, but what's the best thing to get your mom if you're kind of a procrastinator?
Oh, hanging baskets are great. They're great to put out in the front of your house. They've got great color. You can pick some that are for sun and for shade, and your shade hanging baskets can have a lot of color like this one here. This one's got a lovely fuchsia and a verbena in it, and they will handle quite a bit of shade. And then we also have one over here that's got petunias and a really nice Angelina flower. Those are a nice white flower, just gives a nice accent to the basket. These baskets were custom made by us here at the Garden Center, and every single one is different.
Oh, that's awesome. And I understand that you have a little bit of a gift for moms that come in this weekend. The first few hundred.
Yep.
They get this
free geranium. Yep.
So that's your way to saying thanks to moms.
Yep.
Now,
absolutely.
a gardening question, as I'm a beginning gardener, as you know. Well, I don't have a garden, a balcony. But what's the biggest problem that people have with gardening?
Well, a lot of times they think their plants need watered all the time, and they really don't. Best thing to do on most plants is to let them dry out just a little bit between watering, and then, you know, water your plant thoroughly.
All right.
That's usually the biggest problem.
All right, well, sounds good. Well, coming up later in the show, we have our Green Thumb segment here, so bring in your calls in a little bit. But Amanda, there's so many beautiful flowers. Have you been keeping your eye on any that you'd like me to bring back for you? You know I always bring you back something.
Oh, you always do. I love the flower in your hair.
Thanks. Well, maybe I'll bring you one. You could put it in the other one. We could be twins for the day.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Keri.
Good morning. Right now it is 11 minutes after 8 o'clock on your Saturday. Looking through our live mass cam shot, and we're showing you here some of Ted's Gardens over and coming. And we've got Keri out live there today. In just a little bit they're going to be taking your gardening questions, so get your little phone dialing finger ready.
And a live look from our live truck mass cam. They're down at Ted's Gardens this morning and coming. Keri Gavin will have a live report coming up. She's talking about bedding plants this morning. And the guys from Green Thumb will be Ted's Gardens rather, will be taking your questions on the air in our Green Thumb segment, and that's coming up in about 15 minutes. It's Mother's Day weekend, so how about helping Mom out in the yard? News Channel 8's Keri Gavin is live and coming at Ted's Gardens to show us how to plant some gorgeous flowers she'll love. Good morning, Keri.
Good morning. I lost my flower there for a second. You know, we're going to get a little bit... It's coming out again. It doesn't want to stay. It's a little camera shy. We're going to get down and dirty really quick with Ryan. You know, I know a lot of people think they know how to pot some flowers, pot some cool things. I know I don't. Most people probably do. But Ryan says there's a few tricks that everybody can learn. So Ryan, tell me, let's get dirty. Let's get into this potting and tell us what we need to do here.
Yeah, we've got a neat little formula that you can use. It's called thrillers, chillers, and spillers. Basically what you do is you...
What? Say that again?
Thrillers, chillers, and spillers.
Okay.
Kind of a tongue twister, but what you're holding there is a couple of thrillers. They're just a couple of neat plants that make a nice accent in a pot.
Okay.
And we could put those in there. You want to you can do it a couple different ways. You could put your bigger plants in the middle, and then you could put your smaller ones around the outside, but I kind of like to mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
I think we'll stick these two towards the back here.
This one's cool.
And you'll want to kind of break those roots up a little bit when you stick it in there.
Ooh, it's gross.
Yeah, a little bit. You get a little dirty when you do this.
All right, and then what's
just
next?
Stick it down there in the soil real well.
Okay.
And then we've got right here a chiller. This is just kind of a fill-in plant you can put in and around.
All right,
I think we're going to stick them in around this kind of middle section here.
And then we got our spillers up front.
We got a little spiller to put up front, and they're spillers because they're going to kind of fall over the edge of the pot and make a nice draping effect there.
All right.
And there you have a really nice, already pretty full custom pot there.
Yeah, how about that? In less than a minute and 30 seconds, and Ryan, we're all dirty.
Oh, yeah.
But coming up in just a few minutes, we have Green Thumb segment. We're going to be talking about bedding, Ryan.
Yep, bedding
right?
plants.
Bedding plants. I have no idea what that is, but I bet I'm going to figure out. My flower's falling again, but do you like this, Amanda? I think I could get it for your son to bring to you for Mother's Day since you're such a good mom.
You know what? He and his babysitter potted a little flower for me earlier this week.
Well, thanks.
Very cute.
Thanks.
But thank you. You
Thanks,
look gorgeous.
Elliot. All right.
Thanks a lot, Keri. Well, with such a beautiful weekend weather, it's hard not to think spring. News Channel 8's Keri Gavin is live at Ted's Gardens this morning. She has this morning's Green Thumb gardening tips. Good morning, Keri.
Good morning. I earned my green thumb today, Ryan says. I earned it well. We're talking bedding plants today, bedding vegetables really quick. We got some peppers, some tomatoes, some heirloom tomatoes.
Yeah.
What can we do with those now?
Oh, we can get those in the ground now. We're kind of past our last frost date, so all of your annuals and vegetables is great to get them in the ground now and get them growing.
So perfect time to get them in the ground, but we do have some people with some calls. Our first caller is Phyllis from Des Moines. Hi, Phyllis.
Hi.
What's your question, Phyllis?
I'd like to know when you start fertilizing roses. I've got all the different varieties.
Oh, great question.
You can start that right now. It's a great time to start fertilizing. Once they're actively growing is when you want to start. And you probably want to stop that, I would say mid to late September so that they can slow down and go to sleep for the winter.
Phyllis, what color roses are those? Brian probably doesn't care, but I want to know.
I beg your pardon?
What color roses do you have?
All different shades.
Oh, well, wonderful.
Reds,
I imagine.
pinks, whites.
Well, great. Well, I hope you have some vegetables, too, and you can start bedding those. Now we're ready for our next caller, Mildred from Leon. Mildred, how are you?
Just fine.
Good. What's your question for us today?
What type of soil for white hydrangeas? I know the alkaline's for pink, acidic is blue, but I don't know about the white.
Well, the white ones, you can't really change the color on, so the soil doesn't really matter that much.
Oh,
They'll always be white.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thanks for your calls. Now back to bedding, Ryan. I know we kind of briefly said that we can go ahead and start doing it, but what about, I know tomatoes are very popular. What's the best way to bed a tomato? Well,
actually, a lot of people don't know this, but when you pull your tomato out of the pot, you have just this small amount of root system here at the bottom.
Right.
Tomatoes will actually root out of the stems. So when you plant these, you actually want to pinch off a bunch of these bottom leaves. And you'll actually want to plant that deep. This is one of the few plants that I recommend actually planting like that. Most of the other plants you don't want to do that
Is that for all tomatoes or just
This is for all the tomatoes. They will actually root out of the stem and you'll make a stronger, healthier plant that way.
So you want to plant them deeper than you would actually think to. And peppers, we can just plant them as normal.
Peppers, you plant them as normal. You have all sorts of different varieties in those. These happen to be garden salsa, which are great ones for making your salsa and picante sauces with. And, we also have the regular bell peppers, too.
Perfect. Well, Ryan, I want to thank you so much for having me today and getting my Green Thumb, official Green Thumb certificate. If we didn't answer your questions today, you can still call at the number listed on your screen at Ted's Garden, and we'll be back next week with some more Green Thumb. But until then, we will see you later. Amanda?
All right. Great job, Keri. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
We'll see you later.